Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn how to analyze experimental results of quantitative estimation and extrapolating the results to get values of unknown, and for that we are going to use R. And to get R on our mobile phone we have to follow following steps. First is to get R compiler installed on our phone from Play Store. Then second step is to upgrade our compiler to paid version. Third step is install package ggplot2 on our phone. And fourth stage is to start coding for the graph. Now we will move to how to get our compiler on our phone. We'll go to Play Store. In Play Store, we'll type R Compiler Pro. Then the first result is R Compiler Pro by Kappa Smart. We'll click it, and I have it installed on my phone. Therefore, I am not having the install button. On your phone, that install button will be there. Click that install button. Wait for the program to get installed, and when it installs, click Open button. R Compiler will open. Okay. And now we'll go to menu, look for the upgrade button, and upgrade the R compiler version to paid version. And for that you will require around 360 rupees to pay, and online payment is possible for that. Upgrade that to paid version, and then go to packages. In the menu only packages is there. In the packages type ggplot2 to install the package ggplot2. And when we click the install, it will show the message that package installation, this package and its dependencies are being installed or already installed. We'll click OK, and we'll move to our R compiler. And here in R compiler I have written the code earlier, and this code can be used for any quantitative estimation experiment. And this code can be used on laptop also. This code can be used on your computer also. This code can be used on any R IDE, or if you are working in R console also this code is applicable. First line we have to write in this is library ggplot2. We are calling the library ggplot2 because ggplot2 is providing functions to plot the graphs. And first step is we have the concentrations of our standards. For any estimation, quantitative estimation, we first draw the calibration curve. For that we require standard concentrations, and here the standard concentrations is a series that is from 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. Now this is a vector, and for that concentration is equal to C. The C is for combination because we are having many values in that vector, and in bracket we have written our values, and each value is separated by a comma. You have to remember that. Now absorbance also, we have got the absorbance for the standards, and for this absorbance again we are coding a vector, specifying a vector. That vector is absorbance C in bracket, each value of absorbance is there, and that is separated by the comma. And this first absorbance of relates to first standard concentration 00, second absorbance that is 0.22 relates to standard concentration 20, and like that. Now ggplot accept data only in data frame format. Therefore, we'll put these vectors into data frame, that is df, and to put the vectors into data frame, we are going to use the function data.frame, and in bracket again concentration comma absorbance. We have coded the concentration earlier like this, and absorbance also like this, and we have enclosed those into data frame. Now we will see what is there in the data frame, and for that I will type df here, and we'll press this green button to show the results. And this is the console, results are there, data frame is a table, concentration and absorbance, 6 values are there, and for each concentration a absorbance value is there. This is our data frame, and we are going to use this data frame to plot the graph. And for that graph we are plotting the standards now. For that we are assigning the graph to an graph object, that is P. P is equal to ggplot is the function which will call for the plot, and in that function we have given first argument df. Df is the data frame which we have now. This data frame contain our data. After comma we have written aesthetics. In aesthetics we are providing it values for x-axis, concentration is for x-axis, and absorbance is for y-axis. Yeah. And plus geom point is there. This geom point is the geometric object which will plot our data, and we'll see how that plot looks like. And for that I will remove this hash and will run this. The plot object P will get printed, and I will have to click this graph button to see the graph results. Okay, these graph results are there. Points are plotted, all the 6 points are there, and y-axis is also there. Y-axis label is also there, absorbance by default label that is, and x-axis scale is there, and concentration is there. Okay. And just within by one line of code we have got this graph. We'll move further, and to this graph we will add now. Again we'll assign new graph to P. P is equal to this next P is for the previous graph. To this previous graph we are adding the regression line, and to add the regression line we are using the code that is geom smooth. Geom smooth will add the regression line, and we want a straight regression line, a straight line. For that we are using the method is equal to lm. Lm is for linear model, and after comma second argument of geom smooth function, that is formula. This formula is y is expression of x and -1. This -1 is to allow that graph to pass through 0. If we remove this -1, then graph will not pass through 0. We will see the result, what happens. And for that I will remove this hash so that P will get printed, and I will click this to run this line. I will place the graph button to see, and second graph will be there. This is the graph, and this line is not passing exactly through 0. Right? Now we'll go back and we'll add that -1 to the formula, and when I add that -1 to the formula and run that again, I will click the graph button, and look, this line is passing through the 0. Right? This is colorimetric reading, therefore it will follow Beer and Lambert's law, and line shall pass through 0. And this is a standard line, and all the points, some points are there on the line, just 2 points are 0, and first point is there on the line, 3 points are above the line, 1 point is below the line. This is the regression line calculated by a mathematical formula, therefore it is the best fit line. And it is different than the line which we pass on the manually plotted graph by visual observations. And visual lines are not correct lines, we need to have regression lines. And here this AC is 0, that standard error is 0, therefore standard error is not shown in the plot. We'll remove that and we'll see the graph again, how that standard error appears. This is the standard error, that gray region, gray shade is for standard error of this graph. And standard error is very low at the 0, and standard error is going on increasing towards the extreme values of the plot. But we'll remove this standard error from our plot. No, we will remove that standard error from plot by adding this argument, that is standard error is equal to 0. Now we'll run that and we'll have the graph without standard error. Yeah, standard error is not there, clear straight line is there. Now we will add to that line, and for that we are going to calculate the model explicitly. By drawing the geom smooth, our model has been calculated by the plot algorithm. Now we want this model to get calculated to know the unknown values, and to know concentration of unknown values from their absorbance values. For that we are coding a model 1, and to that model 1 we are assigning the linear model. This is the code for linear model. Linear model is equal to concentration is dependent on absorbance, concentration is dependent variable, that tilde sign is for formula, and absorbance is for the independent variable. Absorbance is independent variable, and -1 is to remove that standard error, to not remove that standard error, to allow that graph to pass through 0, to allow linear model to pass through 0. Okay. Now this is the model, and data model is equal to lm in bracket concentration below that is dependent on absorbance, -1 to pass through 0, and data argument is df. We are using the data frame to provide this concentration and absorbance variables. Now I will run this model and we'll see the summary of the model. Okay. And this is the summary. Call the model formula is equal to concentration is the function of absorbance, and -1 to pass through 0, data is equal to df. Residual values, these are provided. These residual values are distance of our points from the actual standard line or the regression line, and coefficients are, for absorbance coefficient is 90.145. Okay. We have added that -1, therefore that intercept is not there, only coefficient is there. Therefore our equation becomes y is equal to, or concentration is equal to 90.145 into absorbance. Error is 3.771, t value is provided, and probability is 2.39 raised to 10 raised to -06. This is very low as than the 0.05. Therefore this result is very significant. 3 stars are there, and these results are very significant. That is, significance level is 0.001. This says that when we perform hundreds, thousand such experiments, only one experiment will be wrong one. Otherwise our results will be around this. Our estimate will coefficient will be 90.145, and we'll see the adjusted R square. This R square value tells us about linearity of the line, how straight that line is, and this says that 0.9896. actually this adjusted R square explains the variance from the actual data, variance of the variability of the actual data from the model, that is 0.98. We say that 99% of the variability is explained by this model. Therefore our model is very significant. Okay. Now from this model we have to predict the data of unknown. For that we are defining a data frame, that is new dot data, this is the name of the data frame, is equal to data dot frame. This is the function to define data frame, we have seen that, and there we are providing our absorbance of unknown values. Unknown samples, 2 unknown samples we have measured here. We have the absorbance of those values, and those absorbance we have placed in the vector C in bracket 0.7365 comma 0.9875. We have to find out the concentration, and we have these absorbance values. Therefore the variable name is absorbance here, and this is the for prediction, and we are storing the predicted values in this pred object. Pred is equal to predict. Predict is the function, and in predict first argument is the model. We have defined the model as model 1, therefore this is model 1, and after comma new data, and this new data frame is there. New data is equal to new dot data, and when we perform this, when we click this will calculate the model and calculate the unknowns, and we will store that unknown into a data frame, that is predicted data is equal to data dot frame. Concentration, we are rounding the concentration calculated by the predicted one. Here we will see the predicted. Actually I forgot to show that predicted is equal to, and these are the predicted values. First predicted value is 66.39, second predicted value is 89.01, and we will place this value into data frame now. And this data frame is predicted data, pred underscore data is equal to data dot frame is the function to call the data frame. In bracket concentration is equal to, I am rounding the values to 2 digits, therefore round in bracket predict that predicted values which we calculated earlier, and comma 2, because I am rounding to 2 decimal values. Absorbance is equal to new dot data scalar to absorbs, that is This absorbance we are calling for here in this data frame, and now I will uncomment this to see the predicted data frame. And this is the predicted data frame. Concentration is 66.39 and absorbance 0.73. We had the absorbance of these unknowns, and from this absorbance we have predicted 66.39 and 89.02 using the linear model. We have fitted the model. This is machine learning. We have trained the machine to read the absorbance value into concentrations. And now we'll plot this value on our plot. Our plot was P, and to this P plot we are adding geom point. New points we are going to add, and for those geom points data we are going from the predicted data. This is the data frame pred underscore data, comma, we are going to map aesthetics concentration is the x-axis, absorbance values will be on the y-axis, but these two values will come from this predicted data frame now, and color of this point shall be red, size of those points shall be 6, so that those will get distinguished from the points of standard values. We will see this graph. I have removed the hash and this line got activated, generated, and see the graph. First, this is the graph with the predicted unknowns. Now we will ask the program, or we will code to show the values of this unknown, concentrations of this unknown near these red points, and for that we have written this. This is the final plot now, and in this final plot here, this is the plot. After that, P is equal to P plus geom text. We are adding the text values to the plot on which our red points are there or unknown points are there, and for that we are using label is equal to concentration. Near those points a label will be put. That label will be concentration, and H adjustment and V adjustments are there to not to allow those points to overlap on the red points. Okay, these points are removed by these values from the red points. Sorry, I will ask the plot to be shown, and this is the last plot, next plot, where these unknown values are put near the red points. And now we'll finalize the plot by adding the labels. Each graph shall have labels. Therefore, we are adding the labels by using this function labs. In labs, we are adding the arguments. Title is experimental title. You can add your experiment title here. Then subtitle, method name. Method name may be colorimeter DNSA method, just like for sugar estimation, or you can have Anthron method you can write if you have performed the assay using Anthron method, or if you are using this graph, this method to analyze the data for protein estimation, then you can have Follin-Lowry method for that. Okay. Then x-axis is equal to concentration, in bracket write units of concentration. On y-axis we are going to plot, have the label OD at, that blank is to write your wavelength at which you have taken the readings. Okay. Then caption will be below the graph. In the caption we want many values together, therefore I am using the function paste here. Standard sample description in brief, write your standard sample description, how you prepared the standards or which standards you used. Just like for Follin-Lowry you are using albumin, bovine serum albumin, fraction number also you can write. Then new line will be there. Then test sample description, what test sample you have used, that you will write in brief. Then new line will be there, and if possible write the citation for the method here, from which reference you have taken that method. Again new line will be there, and here I have written the adjusted R square to show that my line is explaining variability, explaining the variations in the data, and here our adjusted R square is the 0.99. Okay. And this is the R square value, calculated R square value have many decimal points. I have rounded those up and rounded those to 2 decimal digits. And I will remove this comment hash and will ask to plot the graph. Now this is the graph where title is there, then y-axis name is there. Here you will write your wavelength, and concentration you will write your units, and this caption is there. Standard sample description you have to write, test sample description you have to write, and if you have a citation you can write citations here, and adjusted R square is the 0.99. that will be from your model. But this graph is not that classic, and for that I am using this code line. To this graph I have added theme, and that theme is theme underscore classic, and this theme will be there to the graph. We'll look at the final graph now. This is the final graph, and look how classic this graph is looking. This experimental title, you will write method name also, then your line is there, straight line, along with the extrapolated unknown concentration values also. Unknown concentration values are written here. X-axis caption is also there. This is very good graph, but this is just for one replication. If you have many replications and you should have replications of the experiment, and those replicate values will be here, and if you have the replicate values, then we will calculate the error values, but that I will reserve for next video, how to analyze data for replicated experiments. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked the video, then please subscribe this video, press the like button, press the bell icon if you want notifications of my new videos, and share these videos with your friends. Thank you.